bit of a slide. Century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
And it's 3rd down.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Working out of the gun, Cousins eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found. Whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Vikings 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Here's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now Abdullah, the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means...
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jarnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Gain on the play.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
This time, Trubisky will throw. They'll roll him out right. Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
1st and 10
from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Complete.
A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
The stop made by
officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. This one caught by Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Off the play fake, Cousins. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
It's a gain of 20.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
He'll dump this off to Cook.
Cousins pass.
A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Mike 5-9. Switch.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
He's brought down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And this is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the Vikings' 38-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky, he's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Intercepted.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First down, a run with Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 5 at the 40-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They try again with Cohen. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Following the interception, Cousins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Flushed. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former first-rounder Barkevious Mingo. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
And he'll get into the end end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Cook, they'll try and run it. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Bowen. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the Chicago Bears are in the end zone. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Bears 30, Vikings 8.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now Abdullah, the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
Vikings.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
33,
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's third down.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Flush to his right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Going for it all. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the Bears' 3-yard line. That's the end of the...
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They try again with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
This likely a must-have, third and goal.
Throwing, Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. And it is incomplete. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bears will get the football back. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Trubisky now down around his goal line. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. The 20. And left side here, it's Graham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Now Cohen. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Tariq Cohen, the ball carrier. Hardy Nickerson on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Bears 37, Vikings 8.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
31.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And 8.
Alert, 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 alert. 47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, check, 47. Hey, 18.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. A run there with Cook on first down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. Second down coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
9 yards.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he finds Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Taken down at the
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Ready? 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Cousins now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there in this passing game. They just can't get off the ground. In that play, they wound up losing it.
And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Monte Nicholson picks it.
Yeah, we dominate today.
tonight's final
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings,